Give some consideration to supporting this new joint venture and help us continue educating and informing and battling on the side of tradition in the raging cultural war. Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but whenever any living, breathing organism brings up the Dallas Cowboys, the many different emotions immediately rush to your head, and depending on your age, you may remember the good old days when a fan with a full half won a game, or when a local coach and others rebuilt a team from scraps to find themselves on top of the world. And all that is great, but in more recent years, the consensus view of the Cowboys has grown more and more. Seriously, in the modern age, nobody respects the Cowboys at all. And to go from a team that was once dead to years, getting your opponent thrown into the Coliseum and face that coach over is not easy. It takes time, effort, a pair of scissors, bad draft picks from time to time, calculated mistakes, injuries, and one crinkly old man who thinks he's the most important person. And after all that, that is how you tear down the culture and turn the Dallas Cowboys into everyone's favorite NFL team to get into the black hat. With that, it's time to go back. And I mean way back to the year 1980. The Dallas Cowboys were really sticky, finishing off a rough 2013 campaign, and we're in desperate need of changes to pretty much everything. And what better way to do that than to get a brand new coach? And on February 25th, 1989, Dallas signed a bloodbath, and the hero of the Cowboys also had a bit of a dark side to him. Jerry Jones purchased the team for a measly $140 million, changing the destiny of this organization forever. So just like that, Jerry Jones was in charge, and now that the paperwork was out of the way, just a day after becoming owner/general manager, Jerry had to face head-on likely the biggest decision he ever had to make in office, as at this point, the Cowboys were coached by Dallas icon Tom Landry, who had been coached there for the last 29 seasons and counting. And it seemed like Landry was the Cowboys, and the only coach the team had ever had in their franchise history. So, to offer this should seem possible at this point, and Tom Landry honestly just didn't have it anymore. Over the last 3 seasons, Landry's Cowboys had a record of 17-30, not logging a single winning season. This season, the Cowboys coach at the age of 64 had the game passed by. So, unfortunately, as the new owner, Jerry Jones denied previous Cowboys owner Archie Bright the luxury to fire Tom for him and did the deed himself, fully bearing the burden of announcing the firing of Tom Landry after nearly 30 years of service, proving that at the end of the day, the NFL really is just a business. And if Dallas fans' nostalgia-laced hearts weren't already ripped out and mangled by the new Sith Lord in town, they had to watch Tom tragically clean out his office for good and give one last tearful goodbye to his players, as the Cowboys' new owner seemingly acted as if it was a regular Monday and officially announced Landry's replacement in his college roommate and former University of Miami coach, Jimmy Johnson. Now, if all of this somehow wasn't enough for the Dallas Cowboys to lose even a little bit of credibility around the league, when Dallas was in their first season under Jerry and Jimmy with the second worst record they've ever had, when the pitchforks and torches were out, and the entire state of Texas wanted Jerry Jones' head on a silver platter. Except, if we look a little deeper, the Cowboys were really good. And after flipping their franchise running back in Herschel Walker for an endless supply of picks, and then in the second draft, the Cowboys picked up the 3 last 50 and from there on out, the Dallas Cowboys dynasty was ready to blossom. And after 2 seasons in 1991, where the Cowboys developed their youth, Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson regained the trust of the people of Dallas and won back-to-back Super Bowls in 1992 and 1993, solidifying themselves as an NFL dynasty. Some all seem great on the surface, but if you just rewind a little bit and look back at the 1993 season in particular, that's when we see the first couple of cracks starting to become visible. Jimmy Johnson relationship began to significantly deteriorate more and more, as when you have two men with insatiable egos who were both pieces to build one of the most successful dynasties in the Super Bowl era, and they can't just share the credit. No, that would be just unreasonable. One of either Jerry Jones or Jimmy Johnson had to be overwhelmingly more the achievements of the Cowboys over the other. But even with that, throughout the 1993 season, the Cowboys were still sliding through the regular season games with tension continued to rise, as Jimmy Johnson grew increasingly frustrated with Jerry Jones's Eugene Krabsness when it came to paying people who weren't strapping on helmets, and refused to increase the payroll of Jimmy's assistants and guys like North Turner, Davis, and others who had been contributing to the Cowboys' success thus far. Now, the reason I laid that little information up on you is to give that supplemental reasoning as to why right before the Cowboys' most important game, Week 18 of 1993, the Cowboys took on the New York Giants, on a 15-point five. Jimmy Johnson unintentionally lit a campfire under his own house. As he was receiving a phone call from, at the time, Cincinnati Jacksonville Jaguars, who didn't have a team yet, asking Jimmy about the qualifications of the Cowboys' current offensive coordinator, North Turner, seemingly interested in hiring him to be their first ever head coach. So, Johnson picked up the phone, called the Jaguars. Yeah, North would do a good job, but Jimmy would be better. This discussion didn't really go any further than that. Under the table shenanigans ended up getting season before their matchup with New York. But regardless, the Cowboys brushed the field pretty far inside, and almost arguably the greatest performance a running back has ever had by Emmitt Smith in his one shoulder, the Cowboys dynasty just kept moving forward, taking care of business in the NFC, and won their second Super Bowl with Jimmy and Jerry at the helm. So, hey, they won again, and these two dudes who clearly think one is still smarter than the other seemed like they could at least...
Life is messy. Now there's 85% more tide in every powder pod.
Darvin Ham recently mentioned that he was experimenting with small ball lineups where you have D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, and Gabe Vincent as three guards out there. You have Taurean Prince running power forward and LeBron James at the center position. And I'm not sure that's the best idea. We saw that offensively, LeBron and center could work really well in a small ball type of lineup when Frank Vogel tried it during the disaster of the 2021-22 season for the Lakers. But I think the difference there was the Lakers were severely undercoached. They lacked front court depth. Davis was facing injury issues, and really I feel like Frank Vogel was just throwing anything at the drawing board and hoping that it stuck and it worked, because the Lakers were in that type of situation where they were really struggling. But now the Lakers have the front court depth that they need. They have guys like Christian Wood and Jackson Hayes who they picked up. Of course, they still have Anthony Davis. And if the Lakers wanted to experiment with going small, maybe a guy like Jared Vanderbilt, who's rumored to have grown this offseason, or maybe you go to a player like Rui Hachimura, just some of those younger guys, because the wear and tear that will be put on LeBron's body running to the center position seems a little bit too much, considering that he's going into year 21. Also, defensively, it probably wouldn't work well. Those lineups would probably get destroyed on that side of the ball, and you really rely on your players being hot offensively. I mean, sure, you get a lot of shooting with having guys like D'Lo, Reeves, and Prince all out there at the same time. And a lot of shooting within the lineup, and I don't know that a type of lineup like that could be lethal on the offensive side of the ball, but is it going to be worth it considering what you're giving up on defense and also all of the asked of LeBron James and that's where I have a lot of questions, and I'm not so sure of the idea of LeBron James playing center. Now, of course, it's training camp, and Darvin Ham can test things out, see how they work, and then move on from there. And this lineup is just an idea that doesn't work out too well. Maybe I'll just move on from it. But ultimately, I think from the outside looking in, LeBron James center position in year 21 just doesn't seem like a great idea. It seems like you're asking too much of them. It seems like there will be defensive struggles there. And if LeBron's going to have to guard these bigs, it would take a lot of energy from him. And I think that there should be a big priority on preserving both LeBron and AD's bodies for the NBA playoffs this season. So running LeBron at center doesn't seem necessary when you have that front court depth with guys like Jackson Hayes, Anthony Davis, and Christian Wood. That's it for the video. Have a great day. Be sure to like and subscribe.
Hydrogen can play a pivotal role in tomorrow's energy mix, but it's very expensive to transport. To ship it cost effectively, we transformed blue hydrogen into blue ammonia. Discover how we delivered 40 tons of blue ammonia to Japan, catalyzing new pathways, cleaner fuels.
Light language symbols on rough life is information that contains the code of creation, geometry, foundational structure of art, science, and economics. These images, code, and shapes are found in DNA, atoms, and nanoparticles. I could have seen pyramids. Language is like a series of geometry by vibrations. The light language is powerful and it gives us a and one thing that I found is the Egyptians themselves don't know how to they got Chinese Asian people and Germans to learn how to speak hieroglyphs. When I started digging into it, we first found out something. And these interactions during the time of
Fight.
Along with the list of ancient gods behind encoding what's called time and space, there are those who move from reality to reality to create programs. That's where they got that.
It's just business. Don't take it personally.
It's mentioned there 5 times. The matrix, when it's implanted, is a womb. And the only way to be born, in other words, the only way to achieve a higher level of consciousness and escape the womb is you have to be born through that womb. In other words, you have to develop another dimension of thought and understanding before you can escape the system that's been put on top of you. Right? That's where the matrix comes from. It's actually listed there many times. So, September refers to the first time, a remote epoch prior to the ancient Egypt, in which the place of awakening and the place of forgetfulness in the beginning and the end, in all everything. It is the home of the creational forces, those who bend and shape realities through sound, light, and color. Again, those who bend and shape realities through sound, light, and color. What produces sound, light, and color? TVs. Thank you. They understand this stuff, man. They're using it against you every single day, and your kids as well. For generation after generation, they've manipulated the system, and now we're in the technological age where they're using it right through your phone screens. Okay? They understand the light frequencies that have a direct effect on human consciousness. They understand the G technology that encoded message on the microwave. Cell phone towers work because you have the cells of towers. Okay, so you have a tower here, a tower here, a tower here, a tower here. the same tower. Okay? Now, if I wanted to, I can very easily give Banner and code a frequency on that microwave signal that if you picked up at 5 to 8 hertz by your own brain, and I can talk to you. Zep Tepi is Genesis. Zep means time, Tepi means first. Say it again. Zep means time, Tepi means first. Together they are the first time on the golden age of alchemy when the gods ruled through the void and created reality. We know them as the Egyptian gods highlighted by Osiris,
Round
associated with the Orion. God's resurrection and rebirth. They eventually made this very available to approximately 12,500 they put the whole together in the last one. But what I want to say out here is very clear to understand this information is really powerful stuff. Against on a daily basis, like
Round
Noah's
2.
2 creates 7 powers, 7 stages. The ground will become the earth. The seeds of the atonement will be earth. The soul will be Noah's destiny. Here's the beginning of astrology. Noah's creates a series of we're talking about sea life. It's an allegory. The U.S. on the page is an allegory. What we're talking about is sea life versus the basis monitoring.
Round 3. Fight.
These cells we see this cell. You see the circle. You see what the cell is like. This is section geometry inside of our bodies.
Round 4. Fight. Final round. Fight.
Is your dog barking a lot? I'm sure you and your neighbors would love for that to stop. Hey guys, I'm Pat, the accredited trainer at PetSmart. The most common reason dogs bark is because of boredom, so make sure they have plenty of physical and mental stimulation and stay entertained throughout the day. If they bark at something out the window, make sure you restrict their access so they don't practice the barking. You can also interrupt their barking and then redirect with a toy. Barking can sometimes be caused by anxiety. If you think that sounds like your dog, please do your best. Want more training tips? They're as close as your nearest PetSmart. An accredited trainer can work with you in our 6-week beginner group classes, private sessions, or even virtually. Click to learn more about PetSmart training and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tips.
Surrounds us and is inside of us at any given moment in space and time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All we have to do is tap into it, which we do know how to tap into it. So you learned the machines yesterday. The Bloom server has the capability of extracting electromagnetic waves out of the atmosphere and converting them into electricity. But there's even another level that we can get to extract that energy, which is something that I'm working on at my tech company. Earlier we saw this here, the cloud of life, atomically, somehow,
Round 1.
this power like the temple of Osiris.
Fight.
Gave you back 30,000 years. Over 30,000 years ago, they knew about this cloud of life, they knew about the technology, they knew about the implications, they knew about the movement, they knew about the investment business, they knew about the whole way that information converted into it. That creates this kind of community called the matrix. So then what they do is go to a astrology.
Round
and from which man
Fight.
is expected to rise above. Evidence in one of the crazy terms. We see the idea of man as some form of they would have man being given the power of creation. You create your own reality. The idea that man is new creation, one of them is not material. In the physical world of matter and body, in the fall, man becomes heaven. In other words, universal consciousness
Round three.
decided, I want to experience
Fight.
perfection from this perspective, that perspective. I'm going to go down. I'm going to separate myself.
Round four. Fight.
For its own personal understanding and what it means to be a personal being. Is to see if this experiment, this ripple, will turn back and come back to the all unconditional love. Will it continue to relate itself as a yin and yang and separation and division? Or will at some point universal love take over and end this experiment? We have to wait and see. Wait and see. All things are according to law, and the law which regulates the movement of the planets is no more immutable than the law which regulates the material expressions of man. One of the greatest of all cosmic laws is that which is responsible for the formation of man as a material being. The great aim of the mission schools of all ages has been to reveal the workings of the law which connect man and material and man and spiritual. The connecting link between the material man and the spiritual man is the intellectual man. For the mind partakes of both material and immaterial qualities. The aspirant for knowledge, for higher knowledge, must develop in the intellectual side of his nature and so strengthen his will that it is able to concentrate all powers of his being on and in the plane of desire. The relationship of life and love only begins on the material plane. Carried to its ultimate and final goal is complete oneness with the universal consciousness. Foundation in the material is the first step. Then comes the higher goal of spiritual attainment. In the following pages, I will give an interpretation of the Amutabus and their secret hidden in the esoteric meanings. Concealing the words of those are many meanings that do not appear on the surface. The light of knowledge brought to bear on the tablets will open the hidden fields of thought. Reason to be wise, only the light of your own consciousness awakens the deep seated understanding
Round
which is inherent, which is an inherent
Fight.
You're going to get a lot of understanding in the book. I'm just telling you, a lot of you guys are clear. But you don't get a book that really analyzes the concepts that are in there. Along with
Round two.
tablet words and verses
Fight.
itself. You can find yourself going without that was very concept. You can find out that you can obey the unconditional love. That's the only thing that's universal love. These principles are laws that cannot be escaped. These are laws that operate in these third dimensions.
Round three. Fight.
Like I said, nothing at this time.
Stop recording.